Hi loves, I'm Keyma and welcome to my lifestyle and self-care channel, a space where we feel good, look good, live good, and do good. So if that's of interest to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as we will always be exploring these good feels, and the goal is for us to live our best lives wholly. In today's video, I want to talk about goal setting and why it's so important. But I want to do it in a way that is really super simple, super easy. Something that we all can do is just set the intention for the year. And for me, my goal setting for 2022 is really simple. This way I can really truly achieve them. And I want to go over a few things that I want to focus on this year that will help me to become a better person, or the person that I really truly want to be, and just to grow on that and evolve on that as the years go by. So let's get into it. Number one, more self-care. More self-care. More self-care. Oh my gosh, self-care is so important to me, and I know this for myself, but sometimes I literally will let work get in the way of my self-care. And for me, self-care is so wide. Self-care goes from the typical, my skincare, getting a massage, spending quality time with myself, to really just internally taking care of my emotions internally, exhaustion, sadness. I just want to dive into more self-care and making sure that's always at the top of my head, because it's not always. I know it's in the back, but let me tell you, it's not always sitting in the top. So for me, self-care is the big picture, or the bigger picture for me this year, and I think that it could be for you too. You just have to tune into what self-care means to you and define it for you, because self-care means so many different things. Just define your self-care for you, and once you keep following me along, I'll share so much more self-care, physical, emotional, mental self-care that will really help us to become better persons and better people and the best versions of ourselves. Number two, more days off. I'm a workaholic. As an influencer and an entrepreneur, I work 7 days a week. That's not good. That's not good. What I've learned, or what, this culture is a grind culture, and grind culture tells you this is how you make it to the top. It actually isn't. Yes, you do have to grind really, really hard, but grinding hard, I think I want to layer that with grinding smart. So for me, I want to work less, but work smarter. So I don't want to say I don't want to work as much. I've been working since I was 17. I'm a worker. I thrive on working, but I want to learn how to work smart so I can work less, have more days off, and take care of me. Like, it's so important for me to take care of myself so I can feel my best version, so I can show up for my kid, my family, my husband, my friends, for you guys. And so working smarter for me this year and having more days off to refuel myself and bring myself back to center is so easy. If it's your weekend and you're off from work, honey, cut the work phone off. We are off from work. I'm talking to myself too. We're off from work. We aren't taking no weekend calls or work calls, okay? Don't do it. So working less, but working smart, but still taking care of our work. So that's a big goal for me moving into 2022. Important. On top of that, I want to add that I also have a goal to have more mom days off. My baby girl is 2 years old, and let me tell you, the guilt I feel sometimes going to hang out with my friends or leaving her, and I'm like, I shouldn't be. I want to not, she's 2 years old, so I want to start right now learning to not feel guilty taking mom time off. Mama needs to go out for a drink. Mama needs to hang out with her friends. Mama need a spa date. Mama need to go shopping by herself. Mama needs mama. So that's in the goal setting book too for 2022. Yeah, and that's gonna happen. I'll report back. Number 3. Now this one, less gossip. Whew. I want to change. I don't gossip a lot. I actually started reeling back on gossip, and I wasn't a huge gossiper, but naturally gossip just comes into your space, you know, whether it's me, you know, gossiping about something, or whether it's like a friend or whatever it is, or something online and turns into a gossip. I want to consume, I want to participate in less gossip. Like, I just don't think it's good for the soul. I don't think it's good for me as a person. I just don't think it's good for the other person or the other thing or whatever it is that I'm gossiping about. It just isn't good. What does it do for me? Nothing. Zero, zilch, nada. So I want to gossip less. And I've taken those steps to reduce my gossiping interactions. I will keep the conversation short or to a minimal if the gossip enters my space. I won't, sometimes something will evoke a gossip transaction for me and I'm like, ooh, no, that's gossip. And I'll just remove it and participate in something else that will actually bring value to my life. So less gossip, even more less gossip going into 2022. You with me? Number 4, more positive media consumption. More positive media consumption. This one, let me tell you, social media, it's where I work, it's where I make my money, it's where I feed myself, take care of my family. It's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful space if you navigate your way to find the beauty in social media. And for me, I just want to consume positive social media. So what I've done and what I've always done is to train my social media account, follow the accounts that have inspirational quotes, good feels, home decor feels, you know, like positive outlook, or just calming plants, candles, coffee, tea. Those accounts are the accounts I curate, and I try to go in and engage with them a lot. Like, follow, comment. That way it's Instagram or, you know, other social media spaces always showing me that type of content. And so if I wake up in the mornings or when I'm checking my phone throughout the day, it's content that makes me feel good. I want to watch YouTube videos that makes me feel good, put my soul at so much ease and rest, and just kind of like give me good feels, make me smile, make me think, that's so cool, or that's nice, I love that. All the good emotions. Training my social media even more, fine-tuning it more, continuously doing that in 2022. It's also one of my major goals. Number 5, being so much more intentional with my time. And by that I mean being selfish in an unselfish way, what I do with my time and how I spend it. Literally just kind of like watching a good show if I wanted to, and not feeling okay that time needs to be dedicated to work. This kind of goes back to point 1. Or if it's an invite to a lunch or a brunch or an event or family friend or anything, and it doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, not going, not taking it up, I'm not going, I'm not participating, being so much more selfishly unselfish, intentional with my time. And that is such an important thing for me that I think will really even change my life for the better moving into 2022. And I think these are really cool and simple, amazing, easy things that we can like do in our daily life that will really help us to live a better, more fulfilling life, and one that is of purpose, first and foremost to me, first and foremost to you. And through that will help bring even more of a stronger, more beautiful purpose to the people around you and in your life. So those are some of the things that I'll be doing and changing and doing more of and trying in 2022 that I hope will change my life for the better. I hope these tips were useful for you. Again, go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.